Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. They begin the drive with Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Complete to number 6. A gain of 7. And an Eagle first down.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. They'll get this to about the 38.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Lions are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think from both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And after getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Swift. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal. 8-yard line.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Working with a second and 4. Give up the middle to Williams. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, when you go from second and 4 to third and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got him in, it's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on third and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
19 Tigers. No check. No check.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown Lions. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run it again with Williams. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now back to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Javonte Williams with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And some room to work. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll set up to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one and ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them hovering up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll bring him back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He's going to go up top again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
19 tight. 19 tight.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much since.
Check, man. Check, man. Head the street. Head the street.
Swift going to try up the middle. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to.
Williams loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game. And ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it. When he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They're going to try and throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
That's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A good passing down here, and they send three receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Looking to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves. But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could could start getting a little more interesting.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And now here's another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He's airing it out for Williams. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Brought down by Ed Oliver. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll look to throw again. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and really added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly four-down territory. They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the two scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all three timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all three timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Once again, it's Swift. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Here we go.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. This is Swift on the counter. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, here's Swift. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Here we go. Set. Hurt.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. I tell you what, I can't...
Yeah.